Well, hello everybody. It's Bug Eater 64, and we're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is going to be our return flight from Tampa Executive to our home base back at KTMD, and because we can't just leave the airplane here, and I have to do that in order for Air Hauler to acknowledge it. So we're doing a ferry flight. We're going to be flying the 172 again, get back to our home base, and get ready to do some other missions. But this is our first flight in Microsoft 2020 for the year 2021. Hope everybody had a great New Year's and are all prepared for the next year coming up. And I hope it's a prosperous and safe one for everybody. So, with that, we'll see you inside the aircraft. It's going to be an evening flight. We're in Florida and we're flying at about 7 o'clock at night, 7:30. So it's going to be pretty much a night flight. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you inside the aircraft.
Okay, here we are in the 172, and check our control, make sure the throttle and everything works, which everything's looking good, and then we'll get our airplane started after we get some batteries on. Fuel pump on. Okay, turn off that warning. And put the beacon on. And start her up. Crack the throttle. Okay, we're good to go.
TOS system test. Okay.
Alright, so the engine's up and running. We'll let her warm up a bit while we finish setting up. Make sure our flight plan's good to go. And get rid of my, let's see here. Double check. Flight plan. Get rid of that. Okay. So it looks like it's good to go. Okay, looks like it's ready to go. Let's see. Get rid of the insert. Set our CDI to GPS. Okay. Set our heading bug. So it's going the same way as our flight plan nav. Okay, so we can get nav lights on, landing lights on, because we're actually on the runway anyway. Yeah, this place in the real world, all it is a heliport anymore for the hospital, but check our controls. They look free and clear. Rudder. So we look good there. We're going to get turned around real quick here and get on our way. Okay, go ahead and throw the strobe on. There's nobody around here, so it doesn't matter. We're not blinding anybody's. Trim looks good. Let's get around, turn around and get ready to go. Once I get turned around, I'm going to apply the brakes, hold the brakes while we run the throttle up, because this is a very short runway. It's about 1,500 feet. And so we don't have any issues getting up to speed, but I really like to not take any chances, so we'll run the engine up. Brakes released. Airspeed's alive. Okay, we're getting down there. Alright, and just about rotate. Right at the end of the runway. We took it all. Say goodbye to Tampa Executive. I will never return here unless there's an exceptionally good paying job, because the only aircraft in my fleet that can get in and out of there fairly safely without taking any chances is this 172. I could get in with the Cessna Caravan and probably even the King Air, but I'm not sure I could get out. And the only reason I can get in with those two aircraft is they got very good reverse system. And co-pilot just gave me a beautiful cup of coffee, so we're good to go now. Do an easy climb out. Gonna keep it very low. It's very hazy tonight, so nice easy climb out. We're gonna fly at about 1,200 feet. There's no obstructions or anything, so why bother? But we'll get the autopilot up and going and head for home. So it'll take us just under 2 hours to get there. It should be a nice leisurely night flight. Very hazy. Okay, that's all looking good. All right. Got some pretty good wind tonight, averaging between about 15 and 20 knots, and it's going to be a headwind, pretty much going to be coming from about right quarter. Okay, so got our altitude hold. And you see by this just how hazy it is. I'm going to turn the taxi lights on too, just for a little added visibility. Okay, so we're approaching home here. Probably about 7 miles. We should see the, there it is, our Miami Executive. That's our home base. We've already got clearance from Miami approach, and we've got, we'll be going into a left downwind and landing on runway 27 left. So we'll see how all that goes. A little bit of wind. About 15 knots. Bit of a crosswind right now. And it's not as hazy as it was, so that's nice. Of course, the wind blow out a lot of that haze. So that is runway 9. So we're gonna runway 27's at the other end. So that's where we're going to be coming into land, but we're going to be on the left side of that. So start to make my turn here. The aircraft is mine.
Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray cleared to land runway 27 left. Wind 216 at 5.
Cleared to land runway 27 left, Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
Okay, we're turning on to base. For a short final. Hopefully everything will go according to plan. Okay, we're on base. And now we're going to turn on to our short final. Bang, wasn't that interesting? That was about a 2.5 minute lag spike and almost made me miss the airport completely. So this won't be pretty, but we'll get her down. Man, that lagged
500.
about 2.5 minutes. My goodness. All right, let's concentrate on getting the aircraft on the ground safely. Let it settle. And touchdown. And Air Hauler was happy with it. It's a greaser. That makes me happy too.
Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray turn next taxiway.
Okay. If I could see it. I think we were about past it when he told us that. Well, we'll just go down to the next one and we'll turn off. All in all, an uneventful flight and uneventful landing.
Alpha Delta Delta X-ray turn next taxiway.
I would acknowledge that if it would let me. But we're just going to turn off this next here.
Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray exit runway when able. Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray contact contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 bug eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray. To Miami ground, bug eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray taxi to parking.
Bug eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Lima, cross runway 31 Hotel Delta Echo Golf.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Lima, cross runway 31 Hotel Delta Echo Golf, bug eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
Okay, so we're going to go to our general aviation parking, and we will happily get a completion for returning home with our aircraft. And we're crossing runway 3. Okay, general aviation parking is right up where this fuel truck is. Hopefully they left me enough room to turn to the right. Isn't that wonderful? Let's park a fuel truck in the middle of the taxiway. Why not? Of course, with Microsoft Flight Simulator, I could probably drive right through it and wouldn't have an issue. It's a big truck, too. And making a beautiful blaze. Okay. Apparently this guy just loves to wave his arms. But I'm going to stop right here. Park and brake on. Engine off. Okay. Turn some lights off here. We don't need them anymore. Should have turned that strobe off when I got off the runway. Didn't need it anymore. Done with ATC. Alright, shut everything down. And finish air hauler. Everything looks good. Check our landing results. Flight performances, that's all good. Aircraft's in 100% condition, so everything good. Air hauler's happy. I'm happy.
All right. Well, mission complete. Everything went well. Had a good landing, even though I've had ever since the latest update with Microsoft 2020, I've had some lag issues. I've tried changing some settings and so on, and I've still got this lag issue. I haven't even tried using my IR or VR headset, my Oculus Rift, but we're going to give that a shot here real soon. But that being said, yeah, my frame rates are really bad. There's a lot of lag, and in this one, as you saw, I almost missed the airport simply because there was a section there that for about 2.5 minutes, my screen was locked up, and I kept, playing with it. I edited that part out, but it happened. So, I guess that's the growing pains of the simulator. But we'll see how things go. I hope you enjoyed the flight. I love flying at night. It was a little bit misty, foggy at times, so some of it was hard to see, but limited visibility at times. But a lot of fun, and the 172 is a great little airplane to fly. So, with that being said, again, welcome to the year 2021, and until next time, as always, this is Bug Eater 64, and remember, safe flying.